Morocco's vibrant souks and fragrant tagines are just the surface. Beneath lies a world of secrets, guarded for centuries, hidden in shadowy alleyways and forbidden villages. We'll peel back the layers, venturing beyond guidebooks into mysteries and rituals only whispered about at night. Prepare to question everything you know. This is the Morocco they never wanted you to see. High in Morocco's Atlas Mountains lies Aroumd, a village shrouded in secrecy. Outsiders are tolerated only at the edge, watched by silent, guarded eyes. Visitors are gently steered away from the heart of the community, never allowed past the surface. Aroumd's secrets remain hidden, protected by tradition and the formidable power of the mountains. If you want to uncover more hidden stories and secrets from around the world, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. In Aroumd, ancient rites are whispered in secrecy, tied to the soul of the mountains. Elders gather under the moon, performing rituals to appease mountain spirits and protect their village. Offerings of milk and honey are left on sacred stones, and the details remain hidden from outsiders. Aroumd is built into the mountain spirit, its homes aligned to channel ancient energy. The village stands as a fortress, guarding the soul of the old ways, unseen, unheard, and fiercely protected. Beneath the vibrant chaos of Marrakech's Jemaa El Fna Square lies a hidden world, the underground tunnels known as Keteras. These ancient tunnels, once used for water, became secret escape routes for sultans, smugglers, and clandestine groups. Deep below, secret meetings and hidden histories shape the city's fate, far from the sun and the public eye. Beneath Marrakech, ancient tunnels echo with legends. Some whisper of forbidden rituals, others of desperate escape. For the Jewish community, these passages were lifelines during persecution, a network of hope and terror. Today, the tunnels remain shrouded in mystery, haunted by stories of survival, secrecy, and the city's deepest fears. In southern Morocco, the Tissint oasis stands lush and green against the desert, but locals avoid it, calling it cursed, a place where the veil between worlds is thin. Its waters are said to heal but also to draw the attention of jinn, spirits who fiercely guard their ground. Travelers whisper of voices in the night and strange lights, warning all who dare to linger. The heart of Tissint's curse lies in a secluded oasis pool known as the Eye of the Desert. Its unnaturally clear water reveals smooth, white stones below. Legends say it shows visions on moonless nights. A glimpse of desires, lost love, riches, or knowledge. The jinn's lure, tempting many. Locals believe it leads to doom, another soul claimed by greed. The water promises life but offers only a spectral realm. Beyond the vibrant, chaotic energy of the Moroccan souks and the solemn call to prayer that echoes through its cities lies a spiritual world that is intentionally hidden from view. This is the realm of the Sufi Brotherhoods or tariqas. These are not mere clubs or social groups. They are ancient mystical orders, lineages of spiritual knowledge passed down from master to student for centuries. While Sufism's influence is woven into the very fabric of Moroccan art, music, and philosophy, the Brotherhoods themselves operate in the shadows, their deepest practices reserved for the initiated, far from the curious eyes of tourists and the uninitiated. Their gatherings, known as hadras, are clandestine affairs, often held in unassuming private homes or secluded zawiyas, or lodges, tucked away in the labyrinthine alleys of cities like Fes and Meknes. Behind a simple, unmarked door, a profound transformation takes place. The mundane world is left behind, and initiates enter a space dedicated to achieving a state of spiritual ecstasy and communion with the divine. These are not quiet, contemplative prayer meetings. They are powerful, energetic ceremonies that can last from dusk until dawn, fueled by a collective desire to transcend the physical self and experience a direct connection with God. The core of the Hadra is the Dhikr, the ritual remembrance of God. This begins slowly, with rhythmic, hypnotic chanting of sacred names and phrases, the voices of the Brotherhood members blending into a single resonant hum that seems to make the very air vibrate. The rhythm is kept by the bendir, a traditional frame drum, its beat mimicking the human heartbeat, drawing participants deeper into a trance-like state. The atmosphere is thick with incense, the scent of sandalwood and amber mixing with the raw, emotional energy that fills the room, creating a potent, otherworldly sensory experience. As the night deepens, the intensity builds. The chanting becomes faster, more fervent, the drumming more insistent. Members may begin to move, their bodies swaying, spinning, or jerking in time with the rhythm, each movement an outward expression of their inner spiritual journey. This is not a performance for an audience. It is a deeply personal and collective act of devotion, a physical and spiritual explosion of faith. Outsiders are rarely, if ever, permitted to witness these ceremonies, as their sanctity is believed to be fragile, easily broken by the presence of those who do not share their profound commitment. The practices of some Sufi brotherhoods go far beyond chanting and drumming, venturing into realms that would, honestly, shock the uninitiated. The Hamacha and the Isawa, for example, are two of the most famous and mystifying orders in Morocco. Their ceremonies are legendary for their intensity and their use of ritual practices that test the absolute limits of physical and spiritual endurance. These are not merely about achieving a peaceful trance, but about entering a state of total ecstatic abandon, where the physical self is completely subjugated to the spiritual force they invoke. During their ceremonies, as the dhikr reaches a fever pitch, some members are known to enter a state of profound trance where they seem impervious to pain. In this state, they have been observed performing incredible acts, such as striking their heads with iron axes or juggling hot coals without showing any sign of injury. To the outsider, it appears to be a shocking act of self-mutilation, but for the initiated, it is the ultimate demonstration of faith. They believe they are protected by the baraka, or spiritual grace, of their order's founding saint, which renders them immune to physical harm. These rituals are a form of spiritual exorcism and healing. The rhythmic music, particularly the piercing sound of the gaita, a type of oboe, and the relentless drumming, is believed to have the power to call forth and then expel malevolent spirits or negative energies that may have taken hold of a person. People from surrounding communities often come to the zawiyas of these brotherhoods, seeking cures for physical and psychological ailments that conventional medicine cannot treat, hoping the ecstatic power of the hadra can bring them relief. The influence of these brotherhoods, while clandestine, is undeniable. Their sacred music has deeply influenced popular Moroccan musical forms like nawa, which itself has roots in sub-Saharan spiritual traditions. The brotherhoods act as the secret spiritual guardians of their communities, their rituals a hidden engine of cultural and spiritual life. They are the keepers of ancient traditions that blur the line between the physical and the metaphysical, the seen and the unseen, preserving a form of raw, ecstatic faith that has largely vanished from the modern world, hidden away behind the closed doors of their secret lodges. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden stories, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe for more secrets and untold tales from around the world. Beneath the shifting sands on the edge of the Moroccan Sahara, near the modern town of Rissani, lie the ghostly remains of a city that was once the stuff of legend. This is Sijilmassa. Today, it is little more than a sprawling field of earthen ruins, crumbling walls, and pottery shards that crunch underfoot. But for over 500 years, this was no ghost town. It was a glittering metropolis, a vital hub of commerce and power that was as famous in its day as Venice or Baghdad. Sijilmassa was the legendary city of gold, the northern terminus of the great trans-Saharan trade routes. From the 8th to the 14th centuries, this was where the camel caravans, having survived the perilous journey across the world's greatest desert, would finally arrive. They brought with them the immense wealth of West Africa, vast quantities of gold, salt, ivory, and enslaved people. In Sijilmassa, these goods were traded for the products of the north: fine textiles, weapons, glassware, and spices. The city grew fabulously wealthy from this exchange, its markets overflowing with goods from a dozen different civilizations, its streets filled with the babble of countless different languages. It was a true crossroads of the world. Chroniclers of the time described Sijilmassa as a magnificent city, surrounded by lush, irrigated gardens and palm groves that stretched for miles, a testament to the sophisticated engineering of its people. The city itself was protected by formidable defensive walls, and within them stood grand mosques, opulent palaces, and bustling workshops where skilled artisans crafted beautiful pottery and metalwork. It minted its own gold coins, the Sijilmassi dinar, which became a recognized currency across North Africa and the Mediterranean, a symbol of the city's economic might and far-reaching influence. But the wealth that made Sijilmassa great also sowed the seeds of its destruction. Its strategic importance and immense riches made it a constant target for rival dynasties and nomadic raiders. the city was conquered and reconquered multiple times throughout its history, each conflict chipping away at its strength and stability. The political landscape of Morocco was shifting and new trade routes began to emerge, slowly bleeding Sijilmassa of its lifeblood. Its golden age began to tarnish, and the great city entered a long, slow decline from which it would never recover. The final chapter of Sijilmassa's story is the most mysterious. While we know the city suffered from political strife and shifting economic tides, its ultimate end was unnervingly abrupt. Historical records become sparse, and by the end of the 14th century, the city that had once been a beacon of civilization effectively vanishes. It wasn't just defeated, it was utterly destroyed and abandoned, left to be swallowed by the sands of the Sahara. The exact circumstances of its final fall remain one of Morocco's greatest historical enigmas, a void in the narrative that has been filled with dark legends. Local oral traditions speak not of a simple conquest, but of a great catastrophe. Some stories tell of a devastating betrayal from within, a tribal feud that escalated into a brutal civil war, turning the city's streets into rivers of blood and culminating in a great fire that consumed everything. Others whisper of something more sinister. They speak of a curse brought upon the city by its own avarice and decadence. In these tales, the wealth of Sijilmassa attracted not just human enemies, but supernatural ones, who rose from the desert to reclaim the gold and drag the city down into the earth. This mystery is deepened by what happened to its people. Where did the population of a major metropolis go? While some undoubtedly fled to nearby towns like Rissani, it seems impossible that the entire populace could simply disappear without a more significant trace in the historical record. This has led to stories of mysterious disappearances. Legends claim that during the final chaotic days, entire districts of the city were found empty, their inhabitants having vanished overnight, leaving behind their meals still on the table and their possessions untouched, as if they were simply erased from existence. Today, as archaeologists carefully excavate the site, they are piecing together the daily life of this once great city. But every artifact they uncover, every coin, every piece of pottery, only deepens the sense of loss. Sijilmassa stands as a silent, haunting monument to the impermanence of wealth and power. It is a stark reminder that even the greatest cities can fall, and that some secrets are buried so deep beneath the sands of time that they may never be fully unearthed, leaving only whispers and the ghosts of a golden empire. Chefchaouen, the blue pearl of Morocco. Its blue-washed streets enchant tourists and fill social feeds, but the real story runs deeper. Blue here is more than beauty. It's protection, a shield against the evil eye, woven into the city's spiritual identity. Every brushstroke is a silent prayer, turning Chefchaouen into a fortress of mystical defense, its secret hidden in plain sight. In Chefchaouen, blue isn't just a color, it's a spiritual shield. Rooted in Moroccan folklore, this indigo hue is believed to repel jinn, supernatural beings who can disrupt daily life. Painting the city blue creates a mystical barrier, confusing spirits and protecting residents. So as you wander these blue streets, remember, you're walking through a living, sacred tradition. Rising from the windswept high Atlas Mountains, the Kasbah of Telouet appears a crumbling ruin. But inside, opulent rooms and intricate tilework reveal its former glory. Once home to the powerful Glaoui clan, its legacy is haunted by betrayal and downfall. Locals whisper that Thami El Glaoui's spirit still wanders these halls, tormented by his past. Some say echoes of phantom banquets and chilling presences linger, forever imprinting his story on the Kasbah's stones. The Kasbah of Telouet hides a chilling secret, its forbidden rooms sealed by dread and legend. Local guides refuse to enter, whispering of dungeons, rituals, and vengeful spirits trapped within. Some say Thami El Glaoui used dark sorcery here, summoning forces that remain imprisoned behind ancient doors. The opulent halls mask a rotten core of cruelty and dark magic, a haunting reminder that some debts of the past still linger in the shadows of the Atlas Mountains. Hidden within Morocco's cities are the Mellahs, ancient Jewish quarters, walled enclaves echoing with centuries of history. Once vibrant centers of Jewish life, their narrow streets and weathered walls tell stories of tradition, resilience, and change. Though many families have left, the Mellahs remain, living testaments to a rich, complex past, waiting for those willing to listen. The true secrets of the Mellahs are not in history books, but in the untold stories of families who called these quarters home. These are stories of resilience, cultural fusion, and a shared heritage linking Jewish and Muslim Moroccans. Look for subtle clues left behind: mezuzahs, Hebrew inscriptions, and Stars of David, quiet testaments to a history that refuses to be erased. Berber, or Amazi, women once wore secret tattoos, tikrad, etched into their skin, telling stories of identity, lineage, and belief. These marks, made with natural pigments, were rites of passage and protection, linking generations. But as stricter religious views spread, many women hid or removed their tattoos, and this ancient tradition now fades, its symbols at risk of being lost forever. Once a proud symbol of identity, Berber facial tattoos are now fading, hidden by women who fear judgment in a changing Morocco. These marks, mostly seen on elderly women, are a living archive of a vanishing art. Yet young Amazigh activists are reclaiming these symbols, weaving them into art and fashion, determined to preserve this silent language inked on the skin of their ancestors. We've uncovered Morocco's hidden side, from forbidden mountain villages to secret tunnels beneath Marrakech, and lost cities swallowed by sand. We've decoded Chefchaouen's blue walls, walked silent Mellahs, and seen stories etched into Berber skin, a secret language fading away. Morocco is a treasure chest of hidden histories, a labyrinth of secrets for the curious. If you crave untold stories, your adventure is just beginning. Subscribe for more hidden travel secrets and click the bell so you never miss a journey into the unknown.